Okay, today I'm going to talk about the importance of English. I also will talk about why some people are successful learning this language, why other people are not successful learning this language. And also I will explain spoken English classes here in Sri Lanka. What are the barriers of learning spoken English? What is if I can method? Why did I introduce this method? How can you improve your English knowledge from this method? And also I will talk about once you have improved your knowledge from this if I can method, or once you have improved your spoken English, what you should do further. And finally I will talk about why this book is not available in all districts here in Sri Lanka. Why major bookshops are not selling this book. I will explain everything for you guys, and my speech is going to be around 60 to 75 minutes. At least 1 hour is going to be. So I hope you will listen to this speech and you will grab something out from this. First of all, I want to say the importance of English. English is really important. Some people in this society, or some people here in Sri Lanka, what they think that English is not so important. I don't know why they have that kind of idea, why they hold that kind of idea. They just don't understand. Now look at, here in Sri Lanka there are so many university graduates. If we talk to them and if we ask from them, they will proudly say that they have the degree from Jayawardhanapura University, they have the degree from Kelaniya University, Colombo University, and they will say that very proudly. But the problem is that if we talk to them and if we ask, what are you doing these days? What do you do for living? No, so I am not doing anything. So what you really do? That's the problem. Or they are saying that I'm just looking for a job. Actually, having a degree and all the qualifications, why they don't get a good job, a white collar job, like not a blue collar job, because they have degrees. The reason is that they don't have much knowledge about English. Lack of English knowledge is really affecting for them. I think in order to get a good job, you must have higher education. That is imperative. And also, you should have improved your English knowledge. Plus, IT knowledge would be an added advantage. So, people are just going to so many interviews. They don't get jobs. That's a real big problem. Now world has globalized. Most of the companies, places, they use English as the prime language. That's what they do. So without English, you are unable to face the interview, right? Most of the people, when they go for an interview, they will be asked so many questions by the interviewers. The first question would be, can you speak in English? Can you carry out your duties in English? At that time, if you say that I'm unable to do that, or I'm not fluent in English, that's going to be really bad for you. You will not get the you will not be given the job. Someone else grab that chance. That's why English is really important. Not only that, you need to understand that without English, something like that, we are trying to maybe draw lines in the water which will never exist. For example, if we have a water basin, let's say we try to draw lines on the water or in the water, whatever it is, it's not going to exist. As soon as we take off the finger, all the lines will be erased. It means it is kind of a fruitless effort. So you must have sound knowledge of English. If you have sound knowledge of English, always you will be recognized. You will be given much opportunities than people who don't have much English knowledge. And also you will have comfortable life. That's what it is all about. Some people think that we don't need English because we are Sinhalese people. Of course we are Sinhalese people. We should remember that our mother tongue is Sinhala. We are thankful for that. In the same time or concurrently, you should learn this language. This is a remarkable language. People who know this language, what they do, when there is a newcomer or when there is a person who's trying to learn this language, like a beginner, they don't support that person. They may laugh at that person, make fun on him or her. That's going to be really affecting them. I don't know why they are doing that. That is really silly. That's a silly idea. We should help each other. Once we learn this language, it's really helpful for us. And also I will tell you that there are some people in the society, they don't like when others learning this language. They always try to stop it. They criticize it. Even now, I'm an instructor. I'm an IELTS and spoken English instructor. I do conduct classes. Most of the time I put YouTube videos or Facebook videos. Some people, what they do, they put like really criticizing comments, bad comments. They ask, is this the method? You guys are saying, just if I can, how are you going to learn from this? What's going to be next? Like that, those kind of comments, they are just furnished. They are doing that. They are not doing that just for nothing. There's a purpose for that. They want to do that. Why is that? Because they have the great knowledge. Sometimes what I do, like when I get those comments, I just go there and I click the person who put this comment. I click their profile. Then I can see. Most of them, they can speak good English. They are fluent in English. They are enjoying all the privileges. Maybe they have a white-collar job. They have money. They have commercial buildings. Basically, they are successful in their life. So when they see others trying to learn this language, what they do, they try to stop this. Even sometimes they try to tarnish our image. They think that we will stop. We are not going to stop. Dogs bark. They always bark. That's the nature of dogs. So we are not worrying about that. We are controlling our task. So you need to understand, you should be mindful enough. If not, you will be misled by others easily. It's going to have dire consequences in the future for you. So you need to understand all of these things. And also I would like to tell that why some people are successful learning this language. In this society, there are some people, some folks, what they do, they start something. They are very courageous people. They start something, then they will, from the beginning, they have a blueprint. They have a plan, very good plan. What they do, from the beginning till the end, they will have a plan and they follow that plan then, and they will finish it successfully. So even when they try to learn like spoken English, they go to a class, they find a good instructor, they listen to them, and they will follow their guidelines and they work hard. They know for sure that this is going to be really tough in the beginning, but once you get to a certain level, then you can keep going. And also they pay their attention, they sacrifice their time, money, energy, everything. So what happens? They get that. One day they will get that. One day mean is not going to be like maybe 2-3 years, probably 6 months. Maybe from 6 months to 1 year, 12 months to 1 year, they will learn. But there are some other students, even they learn within 3 months. Because they sacrifice much time than normal folks. That's why some people are really successful. And the most important thing is that when we look at them, they don't listen to others. They don't listen to idiots. They are always careful about that. They know what is right and what is wrong. So having these kind of qualities, so they learn this language very fast. And also I will explain about why some people are not successful learning this language. We have talked about that too. Majority of them, like people in the society, they are not successful learning this language. Why? First of all, they find a class that is not a good class. So they just don't know about the instructor, nothing. They just go there. Even those instructors, they don't know what they are doing. These students, they completely get lost. Those things are happening all the time. Plus they don't have enthusiasm. They are just doing it because someone else is doing it, so they decide, okay, I will do that. So they don't have a clear path. They don't have the precise path. So they just continue, they waste money, they spend time, and not only that, they continuously don't do that. They go to one class, they stop that class within maybe 4 or 5 weeks, they go to another class, maybe another class, like that they keep going. So they are not going to be successful learning this language. So they get, after some time, they get really frustrated and they will stop there. So that's why some people are not successful. Even not only that, some of the students, what they do, even we have experienced those kind of situations. Some students, even when they come to the class, even when we try to explain something, when we try to help them, when we try to assist them, they don't even listen. They are not ready to do that. They think that they know better than even us. So how can we learn? How can we teach them? How can they learn? Those are going to be major issues for those kind of people. So ultimately, what happens? They end up not learning this language. So they will have wasted everything. Eventually, they get really, finally, they get really frustrated. Now I'm going to talk about the spoken English classes here in Sri Lanka. Frankly, there are so many classes here in Sri Lanka and so many instructors. They are doing spoken English classes. Most of the classes, actually, when you can see at a glance, you see a big board, spoken English. You think that this is one of the great classes. You get registered, you attend the class. On the first day, you will realize that this is not, or that is not spoken English. The board says spoken English. Maybe they should switch that board because they are teaching grammar. First week, they are teaching grammar. Second week, third week, always grammar. That's what they do. Even after 3 months, grammar. Let's say the course is around 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year. Most of the students, they don't get spoken English. They get grammar. I don't know why this is happening. Spoken English means spoken English. Now, when you come to my class, you will see, you will witness that. In my class, I even don't have a blackboard or whiteboard. I don't need that. I don't have a board. The reason is that I have already decided that we don't need that because students going to come to my class expecting that spoken English, so I must teach them. So I always try to do my best. But we cannot stop these things around the country. These things are happening. It is your responsibility to find the right class. Some instructors, they believe that without like first teaching grammar, they cannot teach spoken English. I think that is a wrong notion. It's not true. When you start speaking, what happens automatically? You pick grammar, you learn it. Without that, you cannot speak. No, it is the responsibility of the relevant instructor. He should let the students speak, and he can rectify grammar mistakes. That's what it should happen. But unfortunately, we have witnessed that, we have experienced, it is not happening here in Sri Lanka. So most of the students, they get really frustrated, maybe 100% frustrating situation. So as a consequence, as a result of that, they leave from the class and they will give up the dream of speaking English or the spoken English. That's what they will do. It is really a sad situation. I hope that this situation will change soon. If not, it's going to be a huge issue. Everyone should understand that spoken English means spoken English. They should not, instructors, they don't have the right to hoodwink people. They should not do that because they charge money. The students are expecting to improve their spoken English. Students should be given the chance to talk. Some students, even yesterday I got many calls that most of them were complaining. They said, "Sir, we were not given a chance to even speak just a sentence. We were cheated, we were misled. We were charged 20, 30, maybe 50,000 rupees for 3 months. Then I asked what you were doing. We were just learning grammar. So then what was the class? The class was spoken English. Then I told them that, so you were not speaking. Yes, sir, what can we do? When we realized that, time had gone. Actually, if we had realized it earlier, today we would have been in this position. Like that, those students always complain about this. So it is the prime responsibility of spoken English instructors or teachers to look into their grievances. They should find a solution for them. They should not they cannot continue like this, because most of the students, they get really frustrated. So now I am going to talk about what are the barriers of learning spoken English. Because there are so many students, they want to learn this incredible language. When they see people talk each other, they want to talk like that. They feel that. That is not, I'm not saying that is wrong. That's good, because they have the enthusiasm. That's why they like it. But the problem is that newcomers or the people who try to learn this language at the beginning level, they get lots of barriers. Why? For example, for instance, if there is a student, he is trying to learn spoken English, what happens? His friends always laugh at him. Oh, he is going to learn spoken English. He is going to forget our language, make fun of him, discourage them. That's what it happens. So those are barriers. Sometimes even when they go to a class, they don't get the right class. That is also a barrier. Some other times they don't have enough money, because most of the classes and most of the books are quite expensive. So these students, they cannot bear this situation. So it is also a big problem. So that's why people are unable to be successful in this regard. But you should overcome those issues somehow. If not, you cannot learn this. And most of the time there are some students like in remote areas, actually they are very intelligent, uh, but they don't have resources to do that. In those areas, like they don't get good books, and they don't have the chance to reach to good instructors. They have like money wisely, they are not in a good position. Their parents, they are like daily earners, like blue collar jobs they are doing. Their jobs are not consistent enough. Like that, their income is always going up and down, is fluctuating. So they cannot support their children. Children are well, like we can say that they have the knowledge, they have they are very intelligent, but they don't get the support from their family members. So what happens as a result of that, they lose an opportunity to learn this language. So they never learn. Some of the students, they try, but even after some time they cannot continue like money wisely, and different issues, and so because of those barriers, they finally what they decide, okay, this is the time that I cannot do that thing anymore, and I'm going to stop this learning this language. So they get these kind of barriers, and they never learn this language. Now I'm going to talk about what is if I can. I'm the author for this book. Actually, this is a very good method. I introduced this method back in 2005. I was in United States around 10 years, but in 2005 I was in Sri Lanka, and again I went back, and I again came back in 2011. But in 2005 I introduced this method. When I came back to my country, I wanted to teach spoken English classes, so I started teaching these classes. First of all, I got like on the first date, I got 4 or 5 students. Actually, they were like people, they were folks like normal folks, like some of them they were driving tricycles, and some of them even they didn't have a job, they were looking for a job, like 20 to 25-year-old boys I got, and 4 or 5 I can exactly remember. Then I was trying to teach English, but it was very difficult task for me, because they didn't know much. They even could utter a sentence. They did not know words. They have nothing in their mind. So it is really difficult for me to teach them. Then I decided that I taught them around like 2 or 3 weeks, but I realized that this is not going to work out. They will feel so frustrated about this. So what I did, I told them that, okay, now your situation, you are in grave danger, right? So I have to find a method to teach you. The normal method that teaching you is not going to work. And they realized that too. So what happens, I told them, let me have like few days, I will call you back, and I'm going to find a method to teach you guys. So then what I did, in my spare time, I was on my bed, was thinking about that. What should I do? How should I overcome this situation? So suddenly I got this if I can method. I don't know how I got that. Suddenly it came to my mind. Maybe. Even today I believe that maybe this is a method that I developed or that I enhanced in my samsaric existence. That's why I got this method quickly into my mind. So what I did, I got this method. Then I developed it. Then I used that method in my class. So Then those 4-5 students, they quickly start speaking something. So they felt really good. Then after like first week, second week, third week, I used this method. Then like gradually I got more students, and finally I ended up teaching thousands of students. Today I have taught almost 10,000 students here in Sri Lanka from this valuable method, if I can use. This is a really nice method. Look at this method. If there, let's say there is a question, why English is simple? Look at this method. If I improve my English knowledge, I can find a good job. If I find a good job, I can earn money. If I earn money, I can buy a car. If I buy a car, I can go to the market. If I go to the market, I can buy food. If I buy food, I can eat food. If I eat food, I can get good health. If I get good health, I can work hard. If I work hard, I can save money. If I save money, I can buy land. If I buy land, I can build a house. If I build a house, I can rent a room. If I rent a room, I can earn additional money. If I earn additional money, I can buy a washing machine. If I buy a washing machine, I can wash my clothes. If I wash my clothes, I can wear my clothes. If I wear my clothes, I can go to the party. If I go to the party, I can dance. If I dance, I can enjoy. If I enjoy, I can get a good life. If I get a good life, I can start a business. If I start a business, I can recruit people. If I recruit people, I can develop my business. If I develop my business, I can become a rich person. If I become a rich person, I can buy a computer. If I buy a computer, I can learn the computer. If I learn the computer, I can start a Facebook account. If I start a Facebook account, I can chat with my friends. If I chat with my friends, I can improve my general knowledge. If I improve my general knowledge, I can go to Australia. If I go to Australia, I can go to university. If I go to university, I can follow a degree. If I follow a degree, I can get a degree. If I get a degree, I can become a manager. If I become a manager, I can get a higher salary. These are the reasons why I want to improve my English knowledge. This is the basic if I can method. So some people, they will criticize that, oh, this is if I can. Yes, this is if I can. That's how you start something. All the big things happen. You have to just start from tiny things. That's what it is all about. People who cannot speak even a sentence, there is no way to do that. Because we need, in order to help those students, we should have a method. For example, if we want to build a house, what we are going to do? Well, we should have a land. We should have land to build that house. If we don't have land, what are we going to do? Build up there, maybe in the sea. What are we going to do? Like that, we need a method. So that's why I introduced this if I can method. This is a very successful method. You start speaking from this method, then you will complete the if I can method. Once you have completed if I can method, you will enhance if I can method, then you can talk thousands of sentences. At that time, you will talk much more. Then you will try to, you know that when you start speaking from this if I can method, there are some points or some like facts that which are not really related to the topic. Don't worry about that. In the beginning, you don't have to worry about that. You are not required to pay your attention for that. You just keep speaking. Try to understand something, just keep speaking. Once you have expanded this method, then you can talk. Then you have been given clear instructions in my book that you have to speak under 3-point system. At that time, all the unnecessary facts will be gone. That time you can talk about the topic. You are just talking about the topic. Till that point, you shouldn't get panicked. Idiots will tell those things. Idiots will criticize you. Idiots will say numerous things which will discourage you. If you pay attention, then you will face numerous problems. So you need to understand that. Once you have finished speaking under if I can method like 3-point system, then you will be given clear instructions to forget if I can method. Replacing words are there, you use it, then you keep forgetting if I can. Finally, you will get into the normal English speaking. That's what this method is all about. You need to experience this. Without knowing this method, how can you say something about that? You are not the person who introduced this. I am the one who introduced it. I know what it is. If you have any doubts, don't put, when we put advertisements on Facebook, most of the students, what they do, they put like comments, like bad comments, discouraging comments. They don't know what they are doing. Actually, it's a sin. It's a big sin, because people, some of the like small girls and boys, they are our future. Children are our future. They will see those comments. They will get discouraged. So people who put those comments, they will get accumulated. Lots of things. They don't understand them. They just put comments. Because here in Sri Lanka, most of the people, they don't think at least once. Actually, they should think not nowadays. It is required to think at least like not twice, thrice maybe, before you do something, before you tell something. Because once you have expressed something, or once you have written something, it's very difficult to take it back. That's why you have to be very careful. So, by looking at these comments, some of the weak students, not the stronger ones will always, they will get whatever they want, because they are not listening to that. They will read, but they will quickly discard it. But unfortunately, there are some students, they are not mature enough. They have some weaknesses. That's the way they are. We are not like criticizing it. Is just we are just telling that that's the way, because everyone is not same. Some people are very strong. They know what they are doing. They are not going to listen to others. They will somehow achieve their target. They will finally get a remarkable life. But there are some other people. They have somewhat knowledge, but they are not mature enough. They will get misled by people. Those things happen. Those things happen, right? So what happens when they put these bad comments? Some students, they just don't like to see it anymore. They just get frustrated and they give up their dream. If you have any doubts, if it is just going to be if I can something else, so what is this? Go to YouTube and type my name, Sanath Hiripitiya. Then you will be directed to my YouTube channel. There are some videos. Look at, go there, analyze it. Without just expressing your emotions. Just don't tell things, because it is really detrimental to most of the people. You don't understand that. But very sad situation they do. So if I'm saying is that if you have any doubts about this, if I can make it, just call me, ask questions, or go and visit my YouTube, my Facebook. You can see lots of things, right? You can see most of the videos, you can see that explanations, you can see that, then you will comprehend that, you will realize it, right? I don't have to acknowledge anything for you. You have to go there, you have to witness by yourself, because you need to understand. At a glance, we cannot see the truth. People think that, okay, just at a glance, we can see the truth. No. You have to examine something. You have to analyze something. You should have an analytical mind. At a glance, we cannot see the truth. The truth is far away. But unfortunately, there are some people, they decide something at a glance. So what happens? They get misled. They don't get the right things, they always will be on the wrong path because they don't get the precise thing, right? So lots of people, they try to spread misinformation. They won't do that. Maybe they are enjoying that because this is a society. We need to understand. Everyone is not same. Some people like they do like bad stuff. They try to create hell for others and then they enjoy. That's what it is all about. So you need to follow this if I can method. I know for sure that now here in Sri Lanka there are so many people who follow this method. Actually, I get calls every day. I get calls from school principals, teachers, lawyers, doctors, and I get most of the executives. And even like small children like 10, 12-year-olds, 14-year-olds, and lots of parents, they are all learning from this method. So they are really thankful for me introducing this if I can method. Basically, I was told that they completely gave up. Some of the people, they expressed that if we had this book earlier, today, we wouldn't have been in this difficult situation like that. They are really worrying about. I'm just saying to them that whatever happens, happens. Now everything is in the past. You don't have to worry about that. Focus your mind. You need to concentrate. You are not going to thinking about your past life or past events or anything. You are not required to do that. Just from this point, at least now you have the right method. You can do something. Within 3 months, you can improve your English within 3 months. Because it will take only 24 hours for me to help you if you come to my class. I have a 3 months course, I can help you. Then I will have another 3 months advanced course, like advanced passive voice speaking ability. So within 6 months you can learn. But within 3 months, 90 days, you will learn around 60-65% of this language. So you have now this book. So you complained you didn't have that, but now you have. Now if you just sit and wait, that is something wrong. Maybe you are missing few schools. So maybe you are not matured enough. Like that I have said. I'm sorry to say that, but I have said. You are missing few schools. Right now you have. So you are not going to wait. You are not going to listen to idiots. You are not going to listen to people who try to destroy your life. You are not going to listen to discouraging people. They always try to give negative idea. You don't have to do that. Now you have, follow it and you will see the results. Actually, now I want to tell that you need to understand that here in Sri Lanka, most of the students, what they do, they don't know what to do. And really they don't know how to learn something. Let's say you are a student. A student's word, it has a big meaning. You need to understand that. Look at the student word, letters. Student, S-T-U-D-E-N-T, right? Student, S-T-U-D-E-N-T. Break it down, get it one by one. S means self-confidence. That means you should have self-confidence. You should be a person who is not going to dance to the tune of others. You are not required to do that. Let them to dance to the tune of yours. You should make them dance. Right? There are people, they will tell numerous things. Those are just not really helpful for you. They are not trying to assist you. So you should have the self-confidence. When they say you cannot learn from this language, you say, no, I can learn this. In your vocabulary, you should have, I cannot learn. This is not the time. Today it is raining, maybe today it is hot. Now I feel tired. Those kind of words shouldn't be in your vocabulary. So if you have those words, that means you don't have the confidence. You don't have the guts to do something. So you should have the, if you are a student, you should have self-confidence. No, I will do that. I will try. Right now, I am in maybe great danger, but day by day, I improve my situation. Finally, I will win this. That kind of confidence will give you a lead. So that is called self-confidence. But unfortunately, you know, in our society, there are so many people, they don't have confidence. They even don't know what they are doing. So what happens? They just get easily misled by others and they don't follow their dream. That means they don't have the self-confidence. You don't have to be like that. Just having self-confidence, it will really help you if you are a student and try to learn a new language, especially English. You need the self-confidence. You should talent. Talent is also very helpful because you should be a skillful person. You should have skills. Some people, they just start learning something. They don't know what to do. They even don't know how to make like short notes. You should have some kind of skills. If there are some words that you are going to like, you can remember some words, meaning of some words. You should have a way to do that. You should have a plan, blueprint, right? I will do. If you encounter or if you come across words that are not familiar for you, so why don't you write it down? English word in front of that. Write down similar word and keep it or hang it somewhere. You can see that all the time. It should be there. So whenever, like frequently, you should like encounter that. That's why we have to hang it. So in a place or on the wall that basically we see all the time. Like that. That's one of the methods that we can use. And also you should have the talent. You should know how to start something, how to keep going, how to end and get the results. Some students, they have good skills, talents. So they know what to do and they will get better results very soon. But unfortunately, there are some other students, they do things over and over, no results. It is really a bad situation. I have just explained. Also, student, now STU, you mean understanding. Understanding is also very important. If you are a student, you have to comprehend something. You have to realize something. There are some people, they cannot understand something. They try to understand, but they say we cannot understand things. It is really bad for you. Because when you learn a new language, always you need to remember that things are going to be tough in the beginning, but with the time, you can basically do something. You will grab. That's why understanding is very important. Most of the students, what they do, they don't even try to understand. They think that it's a gradual process. Gradually it will happen. It is not going to happen gradually. You have to toil, you have to work hard. You should pay your utmost attention. That is required. So understanding is very important. If we have to remind you over and over, then it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really bad, right? It's going to be hard for you. When you see something, you should try to understand. Maybe in your own way. That's fine, but you try to understand. Comprehension is very important. Without that, not even a language, but how can you do something? You should be able to understand something. STU. D means dedication. You should sacrifice your time. Without sacrificing, you get nothing. Some students, they get good education, they find good jobs, they have a remarkable life. If we talk to them, and we will realize that they have sacrificed time, money, energy, everything. So you should be a person that who should know that what you should do. You should sacrifice something. You should sacrifice your time. If it is required to do the studies like 30-40 minutes, you should do that. You should dedicate your time. You should reserve your time. Because no one is going to do for you. Even they do, it's not going to be fruitful. You have to dedicate, you have to sacrifice your time. That's how you can learn this language. Because you're going to have some kind of barriers, as I explained. You should have the dedication to do that one. You are required to overcome. You will overcome. People will say that you will never. Don't listen to them. Make your own plan. Try to understand that, and one day, I know for sure that you will experience it. It's not going to be a never-ending process. There is an end. Everything, right? There is an end. So what you need to do? You need the time. You need to sacrifice. You should dedicate your time. Then, if you are a student, you will get better results. STUDE, enthusiasm. That's the problem. Most of the students, they don't have the enthusiasm. What they have effort. Enthusiasm means not effort. It's called great effort. You should try over and over. Maybe in the beginning, you will experience or you will encounter, you will come across much difficult situations, much problems. Sometimes you will get a headache about that, regarding that. But don't worry about that. You have the enthusiasm, great effort. You try. Having problems or facing these difficult situations, if you can go forward, it means you have the great enthusiasm. You have to have that. It is must. Most of the students here in Sri Lanka, they don't have great effort. They don't have enthusiasm. They just try things. Perseverance is very important. It should be there. If you have that, maybe not within 1 week, 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, 1 month, you don't get better result. But after 2-3 months, you grab something, you learn it. You don't have to worry about that. You will have that. So you must have great effort. We call it perseverance, or we call it enthusiasm. People who had enthusiasm today, they really have good situation. Some of the students, they really work hard for their exams. When they do something, they just, if they don't know something, they go to people who know about this, they get their instructions, they follow them, they try to do much things. So what happens? Eventually, or finally, you can say at last what they do, they get better results. One day, they will win their life. So that is really crucial when you are a student. If not, it is really detrimental for your progress. You need to understand that too at the same time. STUDE, neat. Most of the students, actually, they don't have the neatness. They just make a mess. They don't know even how to make small notes, like short notes. When they try to learn something, if you are a student, you need that neatness. Is very important. It is an imperative situation. You need that. Because we cannot make a mess. We should have, if you don't know some words, you get a book, write it down one by one. Keep a space, and if you get the English word, write it down in front of that. Write down singular words, or the meaning of that, or the description of that, or anything that you think that might be helpful. So write it down precisely, in order. Don't write down one here, one there. You don't know even you don't have the topics what you have written. So when you see at a glance, you have no idea what. If you cannot understand something, the stuff that you have written, then how can someone else understand? No one can understand. After that, even few months, you cannot understand. That's why neatness is very crucial when you are a student. And also student, tolerance. Tolerance is also important. Here in Sri Lanka, people, they don't have the tolerance. They are not patient enough. Patience is you have to be a patient person. That's why even when we try to put some advertisements, most of the people, they put that because why? They are not patient enough. Patience is very important. They have to wait and see, they have to examine something. Before they express their ideas, they will know what they are talking about. Most of the people, most of the folks, what they do, they just talk about things that they even don't know 1% about that. They know nothing but keep talking. So that's why we call that tolerance is very important. When you are a student, you need that. Because in the beginning, whenever you learn something new, whenever you do something, maybe on the first day, in the beginning, you cannot get 100% results. It will take time. You have to do that. Look at now, I introduced this if I can method back in 2005. So I could have, easily, I could have written a book about this back in 2010, 11, 12, 15. No, I did not, because I wanted to use this method in my classes. I wanted to teach enough students. Then I realized that this is really working. So now after 15 years, now I have written a book, because I know for sure that one day, everyone will die. I will also die, right? So there's a time we get, that's why people go, we get expired, right? So if I don't do that, so when I'm not available, so this method will be vanished. Nobody knows. But today I have done that. After 15 years, I did wait. I want to see the better results. Now I know it is working. There are enough students who have gone through this method and who have learned from this method. So I know for sure that this is the time. Time has come. Everything there's a time. This is the time for me to introduce this one. So tolerance is very important. When you are a student, if you don't have tolerance, the patient, if you are not patient enough, what happens? So you will face dire consequences. Sometimes you will give up things because you are not patient enough. You started things, you quickly jump into conclusions, you basically made a mess. Then you will berate others, right? You will come down, you will berate, or you will blame, come down upon on others, right? You don't. That's what you will do. But the thing is that you should have the tolerance. If you have the tolerance, take time and examine something. You should have analytical mind. Analytical mind is very important when you are a student. So you know the meaning of this. It has a big meaning, but people don't know about this. They just keep talking things, and they are students, but they don't know what they are talking about. So if you are a student, if you have these qualities like student, STUDENT, self-confidence, talent, understanding, dedication, enthusiasm, need, and the tolerance. If you have those traits, or we call qualities, then you can enhance your knowledge, or we can say that you will be recognized one day. You will be given good opportunities, right? So have these qualities, one day you will be in your life. Actually, now I want to tell that once you have learned this, they are in English, I want to say that in English I can see that there are 3 levels, like beginning level, and intermediate level, and advanced level. So let's say that there are some students uh, who did learn spoken English at the beginning level, then they stop it. Most probably they will remember this and maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, then after that they keep forgetting it. Constantly it is happening. But there are some other folks, what they do, they study up to beginning level, then they go for an intermediate. That is a very good level, right? If you ended up at an intermediate level, you probably remember 3-4 years. It's not going to be easily. You are not going to easily forget things, but still you keep forgetting. Why you didn't go for an upper level? So once you have gone for like advanced level, upper level, the English will be in your blood. English will be in your nerves. English will be in your mind and body. Basically, English will be all over you. Then you don't have to worry about that. If you want to talk in English, you can talk in English. If you are required to talk in Sinhala, you can do that. You don't have to worry about that. Now, if I want to speak in English, I just explain everything. I don't feel any difficulties. If I want to speak about this laptop, I can talk about that. Even 1-2 hours, I know how to talk. We have to use an analytical mind. If not, you having just basic knowledge, you cannot do that. But you should have an analytical mind. Then you can. If you want to talk about this ruler, you can talk. If you want to talk about this pen, you can talk. But if you want to talk greatly about this pen, maybe 30-40 minutes, then you should have an analytical mind. If not, you will run out of like facts. That's what it is all about. Once you have reached to an upper level, what happens? English is, as I said, is in your blood, nerves, and everywhere. So let's say you get incarcerated. You went to jail. Maybe 10 years you went to jail. You don't have any contacts about English. You always speak in Sinhala, or basically you are in you did not do anything about English 10 years. You got incarcerated. After 10 years, you will be released. At that time, you can gradually speak English. Why? It is in your blood. It is in your nerves. Maybe you are like seeing dreams in English. That's called it's in your blood. So you don't have to worry about that. That's why some people they say that English is an art. They really know that. They know that once you are a master of this language, even if you want to forget, it doesn't happen, because always it is you can talk. You are not going to completely forget that one. So it is really important to mention. I just want to tell that once you have gone for an upper level, let's say what you should do further. You should not sit and read. Buy 100 times newspaper. You don't have to buy every week, just buy 1 week. Then you can use it maybe 2-3 months. First of all, you can read small articles, because now you want to grab more vocabulary. You want to improve further, right? You have gone to upper level, but still you have to learn. Learning or education is a never-ending process, right? You grab Sunday Times. You just try to read small articles first, like 10-25 sentences, small articles. Try to learn new words, expand your vocabulary. Then later on go for bigger articles, like 30, 40, 50 sentences articles. Once you have done that one, then go for like somewhat bigger articles, like 100 sentences, like that. When you read those articles, you will feel that numerous grammar patterns, lots of words, automatically or gradually you are expanding your vocabulary. That is very important. Then don't confine to Sunday Times. Go online, type www.cnn.com, Central News Network, www.bbc.com, British Broadcasting Corporation, www.newyorktimes.com, www.usatoday.com. Go there and read good articles. Also, you can on those websites you can see small videos, maybe 2-3 hour, no, 2-3 minutes videos. Play it, listen it, try to grab something out from that. In the meantime, if you have people who are fluent in English, maybe more than you, they know more than you, talk with them, get their advices. If you know an instructor who is fluent in English, just talk to him, because even if you make mistakes, he will rectify it. That's what we should do. And also at that time, it is really good if you pay your attention for English literature. That's a very good area. You have to be a master of that area. You can learn much more things in English literature. Also, if you have a chance, become a teacher. Teach students. You know a secret? When you try to teach something for someone, you automatically learn something. You can remember very easily, because when you try to teach, you have to explain to the great extent. You are required. You cannot teach something by explain to some extent. You have to great extent you have to explain. When you try to explain, that means you need an analytical mind. So automatically, gradually, you will learn lots of things. So this is very important for you to understand. Once you learn to a certain level, you should not sit and wait. You should grab opportunities. You should use it to get maximum results. So I have explained everything, and I want to tell you now. Finally, I want to tell you that most of the students, they ask why this if I can make a book is not available in all districts, 25 districts here in Sri Lanka. Because this book is available in Colombo, Nampaha, Palutara, Galle, Matara, Radhapura, Kigol and Kandy. Only 8 districts this book is available. So I was asked the other day that, sir, why this book is not available in Bahmati? Why this book is not available in Kidnapper? Like that, they have like lots of questions. They did furnish for me. The thing is that, and also they did ask that why if I can make a book is not available in Sarasai bookshop and Vijitayapa bookshop and Sivali bookshop. They are very like prominent bookshop, reputed bookshop. We all believe that. The problem is that I don't have a problem with them. And I talk to them, and the problem is that I have put the price tag only 300 rupees because I want to do a great service for especially poor people in remote areas. So I decided to put the price tag 300 rupees. But now I know that, actually I didn't know that this situation, and I called, for instance, I called Sarasai bookshop purchasing manager. I talked to him. He was a very nice person, and he talked about this, and I was trying to give this book, you know, make it available at Sarasai bookshops. But I was told that they want like 35% commission. So that's their policy. We are not criticizing. That's what it is all about, because they have like overhead, they have to rent buildings, they have to pay employees, they have to maintain them. Yes, it is true, but the problem is that I kindly explained to them that I cannot do that. I am not in a position to give 35% discount. Then they said that yes, that's fine. If you decide to later on, if you change your mind, you can come back. Yes, I said, of course, I will come. That's why even I went to Sivali bookshop in Kandy. I talked to them. They also asked me 35% discount. I was told that. So that's why even Vijitayapa bookshop, I did not go over there. Even I go there, that's the same situation. They are very reputed bookshops and very popular. So I cannot change that as their policy. We don't see anything wrong with that. Because I am doing this one to help as well, so I put the price tag only 300 rupees. Then I calculated. I explained them if I'm going to give you 35% out of 300, 10% would be like 30 rupees. 35% would be 10 times 3.5 is going to be 30 times 3.5 is going to be 105 rupees, right? So it is very difficult for me at this time from a price tag of 300 rupees and giving them 105 rupees. That's why this book is not available in those reputed bookshops. But maybe in the future I will little increase the price tag and I may give them this book, and that's why it is not available. So you need to understand that. And the other thing is that we cannot make this book available in each and every district because some districts, so it's not really reachable. It can be reachable, but it will take long time, energy, and everything. We have to spend so much money. So we can give, like, this is not a one-time process. If we give books for them, so we have to keep doing that. They will sell that. So when they don't have books, or when they after selling all the books, we have to replace that. So we have sent books, we have sent drivers and vehicles, books and everything. So it is really time consuming. Plus it is really, we cannot afford that in this particular moment. That is why this book is not available in each and every district. So you need to understand that. So most of the book right now I'm giving from this book around 20% commission, but most of them, they are not satisfied with that. So I'm not criticizing them. I'm not because that's not my decision. That's their decision. If I can do, I will do. So that's their position. So we are not against that. Maybe in the future I will try something better. Right now, for the time being, I'm not in a position to do that. So this book is available like in some bookshops. Actually, I talk to them. I explain greatly. I explain to the great extent this situation I'm just doing this one as a service. So the price tag is only 300 rupees. So I cannot do right now. I cannot do that. I just can give you a certain amount. So they agreed that, and book is available in some bookshops. So now you got answers for that, because I keep getting questions. This book is not available in Sai bookshops and Teapa and Sukali bookshops, and there are many bookshops in some districts, and this book is not available in Now this book is not available in Tamil, like that. People furnish different questions. So I thought that I must address that issue too in this particular moment. Now I just have to finish this speech, almost 1 hour now. Finally, I just have to remind you that English is very important. Without English, basically, you can't do anything. People will say different stories. Don't listen to them, because you may, at a glance you can see around the country there are lots of international schools each and every year. After O level, after A level, 400,000-500,000, like 500,000 students or people, they will come out to the society. They are fluent in English. Maybe they don't have good marks for, they fail mathematics, science. It's not going to be a big issue because they are fluent in English. Some of them, they have mathematics, science, even they have good marks for that, and they are fluent. So that kind of society in front of you. So you must pay your attention, you must work hard, and you must try to enhance this language. This is a remarkable language. Once you learn this language, no one can easily trample you. They will try to trample you. It's going to be always a short period of time, because very soon you will be recognized. They will be compelled to do that. They have no choice. They cannot keep trampling. They cannot they can put you in the corner forever. If they do, that means the door is closed. So don't wait and they don't sit and don't wait and sit in front of that closed door. Look other doors. Maybe thousands of doors you will see. They are open. So you have to do that. If you improve your English knowledge to a great extent, to enhance your English knowledge, if you want to find a good job, get Sunday also. People say that most of the graduates, they complain, they protest against the government because they are really frustrated. But you have to improve your English knowledge. Go, buy Sunday also, thousands of job vacancies, how they advertise. If you are fluent in English, we think you are the right person. Or they will say, if you have sound knowledge of English, don't hesitate, come forward. That's how they advertise. So you have to go there, you have to look that. So you can always find opportunities. So you can get an employment. So it means basically we need to understand that having sound knowledge of English, you always have like much avenues. It's not going to be just for something for one method, different modes. You will experience it. So most of the people, they have learned this language and they are enjoying the privileges or benefits. So having said that, I hope that you will pay your utmost attention for this remarkable language. Very soon you will learn this language. Have the determination. By end of this year, I will learn this language somehow. I will learn. I will pay my utmost attention and I will learn this. I'm not going to listen to others. I will win my life. Like that kind of attitude will lead you to a good path, or precise path. This book is, finally I want to tell, this book is a really good book. Buy this book, you will, if you don't need this book, give to someone else. If they are struggling, they are really struggling, they cannot learn this language, let them to have this book. It is a good thing for you. Basically it's a merit for you. Because I know for sure that, because I get calls each and every day, even very small boys and girls. So this is a really good book. I learned from this book. Even parents, they, as I said before, parents, they really do appreciate it. So you have to pay your attention. I hope that you will pay your utmost attention and you will win your life regarding this English. You will get good knowledge of it. You will enhance your English knowledge to a great extent. I hope you all have a better life. Thank you for listening this speech. Have a wonderful day.